Welcome back to another episode of Death After Sports with Sean Mack. If you like today's content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe the video. So let's go. Kevin Ferguson, born February 8, 1974, and left this world June 6, 2016. Better known as KIMBO Slice, was a Bahamian mixed martial artist, boxer, bare-knuckle boxer, professional wrestler, and actor. He became noted for his role in Mutual Combat street fight videos, which were spread online, leading to Rolling Stone calling him the king of the web brawlers. Slice left the underground fighting scene and signed a professional contract with Elite XC in 2007. He competed in the Ultimate Fighter heavyweight division, where he lost in his first fight to the eventual champion Ron Nelson. In his UFC debut, Slice defeated Houston Alexander in the Ultimate Fighting heavyweight finale. In January 2015, he signed a contract with Bellator MMA. He suddenly died in 2016. Now, let's take a deeper dive into the life of KIMBO Slice. KIMBO Slice was born Kevin Ferguson in the Bahamas on February 8, 1974. He moved to the U.S. as a child and grew up in Cutter Ridge, Florida. He was raised by his brother Devin and sister Raina and mother Rosemary Clark. He attended Bel Air Elementary School, where he was reportedly involved in his first fist fight with a fellow student named Dominic Sawyer at the age of 13, as he was trying to defend one of his friends. A young KIMBO continued his studies at Cutter Ridge Middle School and later attended Richmond Heights Middle School. He also attended Miami Palmetto High School, where he was a star middle linebacker. In 1992, his house in Perini, Florida was destroyed by Hurricane Andrew, forcing a young Slice to live in his 1987 Nissan Pathfinder for a month.
You were a strip club bodyguard. You were a bodyguard for a porn company in Miami. The craziest night that KIMBO Slice found himself in the middle of looked like what?
Oh man, you know, I mean, you putting it out there like that.
Look, boy, I know that laugh.
I guess you answered the question.
I mean, come on, man. I got my wife sitting over here right there. You know what I mean?
No,
we got to get to that another time.
Like,
you know?
We're not trying to get you to snitch on
Me
yourself.
up right now, Dan. Come on, buddy.
No, we don't want you to tell on yourself. We want you to tell on other people.
I mean, we got to do an exclusive.
For college, Ferguson attended both Bethune-Cookman University and the University of Miami, where he held an athletic scholarship and studied criminal justice. He was there for a year and a half. In 1997, he had a tryout with the Miami Dolphins and was part of the preseason squad, but was unable to secure a spot on the first team. Moving forward, Ferguson started working as a bouncer in a strip club until a high school friend and career-long manager, Mike Ombert, offered him a job as a limousine driver and a bodyguard for Arcade Media, better known as Reality Kings, a Miami-based pornography production/promotion company responsible for a number of popular adult subscription websites. Ferguson maintained close ties with Reality Kings throughout the rest of his life. Company representatives accompanied him as a fight entourage under the name Team KIMBO. In 2002, he was charged with carrying a concealed weapon, and in 2003, he began his career in unsanctioned mutual combat street fights. They were distributed throughout the internet, mainly through the adult website Slubline Directory and various other video platforms. In his first tape fight against a man named Big D, Ferguson left a large cut on his opponent's right eye, which led to internet fans calling him Slice, becoming the last name to his already popular childhood nickname, KIMBO. In 2000 seconds into the first round, CFFC 5 sold 20,000 pay-per-view buys. In the post-fight interview, Slice stated he would like to fight David Tank Abbott. Abbott, who was a spectator, stood up from his seat and accepted the call-out. On February 16, 2008, Slice fought Tank Abbott in the main event, Elite XC Street Certified. He won by KO 43 seconds into the first round due to strikes. At the fight, his weight was announced at an all-time low of 234 pounds, a far cry from his street fighting days of 280 pounds. On May 31st, 2008, Slice fought in the main event of the first ever mixed martial arts events to be shown on primetime television, Elite XC Primetime. Though one of the judges had each fighter winning one of the first 2 rounds, Slice's opponent James Thompson won both on total points by repeatedly taking down Slice and grounding and pounding. In the open second of the 3rd round, however, Slice threw a haymaker to Thompson's left ear, which ruptured Thompson's cauliflower. This was soon followed by 3 unanswered punches to a standing Thompson, which led to a referee stoppage and a controversial win for Slice. Fellow Elite XC competitor Brett Rogers was particularly critical of Slice's victory, calling Slice's performance, quote, garbage, unquote, in a post-fight interview. Frank Mir was also critical of Slice, stating in the interview, quote, every time Kimbo Slice fights, he sets mixed martial arts back, end quote. On October 4th, 2008, a Kimbo Slice versus Ken Shamrock fight was supposed to take place at the Bank Atlantic Center in Sunrise, Florida, as part of the CBS Saturday Night Fights. Unfortunately, Shamrock received a cut to his left eye during a warm-up, only hours before the fight was supposed to take place. This left the head of fighting operations, Jeremy Lappin, to choose a replacement for the fight. Options were Seth Petrozelli, Aaron Rosa, and Frank Shamrock. Slice's team stated they did not want to fight Frank no matter how much the money was they offered them, so Lappin decided that Petrozelli was the best option for the main event. Slice agreed to take on the fight after receiving a raise in pay and took in $500,000. Petrozelli defeated Slice by TKO 14 seconds into the first round of the bout. Interviewed on Orlando's radio show The Monster in the Morning 2 days after the fight, Seth Petrozelli said that when they offered him a spot in the main event, Elite XC promoters added monetary incentives to dissuade him from using certain fighting techniques against Slice in an attempt to protect a relatively unproven internet star. Quote, the promoters kinda hinted to me that they gave me the money to stand and throw with him. They didn't want me to take him down. Let's just put it that way. It was worth my while to try to stand up and punch with him, end quote. This added to the controversy surrounding the representation of Slice as a top-flight martial artist by CBS and Elite XC. The Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation started a preliminary investigation on the event surrounding the fight and its outcome. However, Petrozelli retracted this statement on May 8, 2010. Slice made his pay-per-view and official heavyweight debut at UFC 113 versus Matt Mitrione, losing in the second round via TKO. Following the loss, Dana White stated that it was probably Kimbo's last fight in the UFC. His release was confirmed the following day alongside welterweight Paul Daly. On January 16, 2015, nearly 5 years since his last MMA fight, Bellator MMA announced that Slice had signed a multi-year fighting deal. He defeated Ken Shamrock by first-round TKO in his June 19th debut at Bellator 138. Some observers noted that the fight appeared to be fixed, like a professional wrestling match. But Bellator's commentator Jimmy Smith accredited the fight looking as it did, due to Shamrock's lack of technique and durability, and he said if it was fixed, Bellator wasn't in on the deal. On February 19, 2016 at Bellator 149, Slice faced Dada 5000. The duo had a big rivalry between them due to the old street fighting legacy they had back in Florida. In the first round, both fighters were gassed out almost immediately, and Slice went on to win the uneventful fight via TKO when Dada collapsed from apparent exhaustion in the third round. Following the bout, it was reported that Slice had failed a pre-fight drug test. Lab results found traces of anabolic steroids in his system. He was also found to have an elevated testosterone level. On May 2, 2016, It was revealed that Slice had settled with the Texas Athletic Commission with a fine of $2,500 and a revoking of his license in the state of Texas. The result of the bout had also been changed to a no contest. Despite being widely panned and criticized, the fight attracted approximately 2.5 million viewing households, breaking the Bellator record of 2.4 million set by Kimbo and Shamrock. 5 months later, on June 5, 2016, Slice was admitted to a hospital in Florida. He died of congestive heart failure a day later at the age of 42. An autopsy also revealed a mass on his liver. Scott Coker, CEO of Bellator MMA, said, quote, "We are all shocked and saddened by the devastating and untimely loss of Kimbo Slice, a beloved member of the Bellator family," end quote. Thanks for watching. I've been Sean Mack. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And get in that comment section as well and tell me what were your first impressions when you saw Kimbo Slice fighting in the backyard. Once again, thanks for watching. Death After Sports, Kimbo Slice.